The other day, my 5-year-old was trying to do. He asked me to show him some magic. He was trying to copy this magic trick that I showed him, and he didn't. For whatever reason, he couldn't understand the concept that it was a trick. When I explained the trick to him, for him, it just needed to be magic. And he was getting frustrated, crying and shit. I mean, mostly whining and shit. And I thought back to when I was a child and how magical things were for me. I mean, I believed in ghosts. I believed in magic. I believed in all these different things. God and the devil and angels and just countless and countless of any belief that any supernatural, superstition, paranormal phenomena, anything like that you want to throw in my direction. That was a fucking empty cup. Bring it on. I'm ready to listen to it. I'm ready to believe this shit. But I think it was 2 turning points in my life that led me away from believing superstition or being superstitious. And first was Santa Claus. I had left Santa Claus a gift for him to take. He's done so much for everybody. Has about a little give back to Santa. Well, he didn't take the fucking gift, and my 2nd grade mind deduced easily and quickly that, well, Santa Claus isn't fucking real. You know, I mean, we could argue whether or not Santa Claus is real, but it's really just, it's kind of a moot point, right? To say, well, Santa Claus left the gift because of whatever reason, and all of that. So, I mean, I wouldn't even really argue that point. You could just simply come to the conclusion that your parents were pulling a fast one on you. And what a better option. That's a better alternative than believing in Santa Claus. The reason being is because when I believed in Santa Claus, it was Santa that was doing all these great things for me. Once I realized that it was my parents, my appreciation level for them skyrocketed. I thought I already thought they were awesome, but now they were fucking wonderfully awesome. They were so much better as people. I love these people. These are my parents. I mean, these motherfuckers been hooking me up all these years. Man, they are awesome. That's what I thought. They are awesome. So that was the end of Santa Claus for me. I mean, I guess I kind of held on to the belief here and there. But for the most part, I knew it was a sham deal. I did little things like, well, these are Santa's helpers and that type of thing. And it's the spirit of Santa Claus. And you just kind of grow out of it. There ain't no fucking Santa Claus. I'm Santa Claus. Christmas is every day. So, that was number 1. Then number 2, when I was about 9, 10, or 11, somewhere around there, preteen, received communion. Now, or confession, I don't know, communion or confirmation, one of those fucking Catholic things. The very first one that Catholics get, and I was told to go and confess my sins. I'm sure I sinned, but the fuck did I know? How much did I pay attention to my sins? Whether or not I sinned is irrelevant. The point is that I was being forced to confess my sins. Pressure, man. I had a fucking lot of pressure. You need to go in there and confess your sins. Well, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I've sinned. I don't know how I've sinned. Confess your sins. Confess your sins. Confess your sins. And then a nice little push on the back to go and confess my sins. So I went in there and I lied to the priest. I told him that I lied and I cheated and I stole and did all these other different things. Nothing fucking happened. I'm here. Nothing happened. I didn't die then. I don't intend to die now. Nobody intends to die, but, well, few do anyway. Whatever. Anyways, so when nothing happened to me, my fear of the devil started to disperse. By the time I was 17, I had doubted highly that there was a God. I held on to the belief I was a deist when I was about 17, 18 or so, 19. There's a God, but he has no control. I was heavy into yin and yang. But I wasn't really a believer in the supernatural. It was more like National Geographic. God watches, but he abstains from involvement. And I guess that's a nice, comfortable position. But then later, I just wasn't buying that shit. Long story short, I stopped believing. I liberated myself. And I'll tell y'all more about that as time goes on. This is already a 6-minute video, so I'm going to shut it down. But if you have any comments or anything, any feedback you want to give, tell your story or tell me I'm a fucking idiot or how I'm brilliant, whatever you want to say. Put your comments below, like, share, and subscribe. Go with all, be awesome. And just remember that kindness to the heart is like a cup of water to the thirsty. You be kind to animals and be kind to people. Animals because they are dumb, and people because they are sometimes like animals.